Hello and welcome. Now, this is going to be a kind of versus comparison video of these two Kershaw knives. Okay, I might be tempted to bring in another knife from another knife manufacturer throughout this video, but I'm going to try and stop myself. Okay, so if you're on the fence for a budget knife from Kershaw, maybe it's your first knife from them and you just want to buy one, you know, test out their workmanship, what you get, the box, the craftsmanship, everything basically. If you want to get a Kershaw knife and you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, or maybe you've bought Kershaws all your life and you can only have one, and you're on the fence between these two, hopefully I'm going to go through some points about both of them and try and help you make your mind up. Okay, yeah, you can make your mind up by watching a review individually on each of them and writing down the points and things, but I just felt that these two, very similar price, made by Kershaw, they needed a video on their own, like a comparison versus video. Okay, the reason I say that is this whole debate is kind of about girth versus length. Okay, yeah, so we'll go into the price first of all. Okay, for some people it's the biggest issue. Okay, price one of these, of course, if you are in America, United States of America, you know, price probably won't be that much of an issue because these knives are very, very cheap over there compared to here in the UK. Over there you can get these for what, $10, $15, $20, something like that. Over here they're about 20 to 30 pounds, which American wise is about $40, $50. Okay, so yeah, if you're a UK knife collector, it's just blatantly more expensive, just because they have to ship everything over here, and with our import tax and other duties and things we have to pay. But at least we can buy them, and at least there's no kind of customs laws about importing locking knives and things like that. So we're kind of in a lucky situation anyway. So, but anyway, brush all of those politics aside for a second. The Chill is about £23, okay, and the One Ton is about £27. Okay, so yeah, I'd say 20 odd pounds. They're kind of budget knives. Okay, so the Chill is a little bit cheaper. Okay, and I think you can probably tell why. They're same kind of materials. Okay, and on the Chill, it's just physics. There's just less of them. Okay, less materials, less cost. Okay, so that's probably the reason why. But the Chill is slightly cheaper. Okay, now the handle scales on both of these are G10, and if you look quite closely, I've looked really hard, and in my opinion I'd say they're exactly the same in terms of the G10 texturing style that they've gone for. The only difference being that the Chill has 100% G10 scales, and the One Ton has 50% G10 and 50%. I think that's just stainless steel. Okay, which adds to the weight. If this was full G10, then yeah, it would be lighter, but it can't be because, well, it could be, but they haven't chose to because of this the different locking mechanism. Okay, so grippiness, actually I'd say that goes to the Chill, just because there's two slabs of G10 there. Okay, purely based on that. They're not that grippy anyway, but just because there's two, I'd go as far as say it's more grippy. Okay, so that's first round for the Chill. Okay, now the deployment, the Chill has a flipper only. Okay, push down on the flipper stud, and it deploys and it locks the knife in place. It's a flipper only, so if you do if you do fail and you do yeah, it's difficult to fail when you trying to, but if you do fail like that, yeah, one hand or do that, but there's nothing to hold to deploy the blade fully. Okay, whereas the One Ton, you can use your thumb on that thumb stud. It's ambidextrous thumb stud, so you can do that, or you can deploy it slowly, which you can't on the Chill. So bear that in mind. If you want to use this public place or what have you, that's what it's going to look like to someone. 1 minute you've got your hand, next minute, next second even, you've got a sharp instrument there where your hand was, or well, where your hand is, but it's just shot out of there. Assassin's Creed style, I'd say. Anyway, enough about that. Whereas One Ton, it's a thick blade. Slowly release that, nobody will get offended. Well, people may still get offended. Anyway, so that's the deployment. Lockup, I just mentioned that. You've got the liner lock on the Chill. It's thin, but have you seen the thickness of the liner on the Spyderco Military, for instance? Yeah, I don't think that's much of an issue. It does the job. It's quite a thin profile blade anyway, so it does the job. That's fine. The One Ton has a different locking mechanism. It has the frame lock. Okay, frame locks are on paper more secure. They are more secure on paper, but without a hyperextension bar, there's to stop the frame lock bar, you pushing it further than it should. I do question how long that would last. I still think it'd last a while, and yeah, if you've got any problems, just send them back to Kershaw. But that's a different locking mechanisms, okay? Completely different one, a frame lock, and then you've got a liner lock on this one. Pocket clip, kind of exactly the same pocket clip as in options. It's tip up or tip down on one side only, okay? I prefer the One Ton's pocket clip just because there's more surface area. It is a heavier knife, so you'd kind of expect that. You wouldn't have that pocket clip on this knife. You need it's heavier, so you need to keep it in there with more force. Okay. The jimping, there's not really much to talk about the jimping. There's just a slight bit of jimping or gnarling or whatever on the spine of the handle there. That's about it. The fit and finish, I'd say they're both quite well made for budget knives. Haven't really had any issues. The Chill came, say, less sharp than the One Ton, but they can still cut paper and things, and they came without any issues. The only kind of slight issue I had when I looked really close, but I do have kind of eagle eyes really, is I can't show it on the camera, I'm afraid, but there's very slight speckling, which I assume is rust or the start of rust. Very slight speckling, and I think that's just mainly because, I don't know why they do it, they just do. Kershaw Bead Blast or whatever, their knives, why? Just keep it satin. There's nothing wrong with satin. I mean, you're making knives with black G10 and a lot of it. Just keep them satin flavour. But anyway, I would think that bead blasting would open up the steel a bit more, and that's something you don't really want on the steel of both of these knives, which is, on both of them, even though it doesn't say there, it's 8CR13 MOV. Okay, they're both made in China. That's why you get them so cheap. They're budget knives. Blade shape, it depends. The One Ton is actually longer, but the Chill is thinner. It's got a thinner profile and it's lighter, and the One Ton is thicker and it has more belly. So it really depends on what you want to go for, whether you want to go for the thin profile or more belly. Okay, ergonomics wise, the Chill, in my opinion, is just more comfortable, and the One Ton, yeah, it's okay, but there's that bump and then the frame lock that can get in your way. Okay, but I hope I've made up your mind with just those points. If you enjoyed this video, comment, rate, and subscribe. Take care. Bye.